Have you ever found yourself fantasizing about your favorite wrestler jumping ship from one company to another? And do you think they would do better there than their old stomping grounds? Well, we have. So we put together a list of the 10 AEW wrestlers we feel would thrive in WWE. Before we jump in, let's set a couple of ground rules. First, each of these wrestlers cannot have performed in WWE or NXT in the past. So sorry FTR fans, they aren't making the list. Second, we're not even bothering to include MJF. Because we all know it's a given he would dominate WWE, Impact, MLW, or even AWA. No, not that AWA, the Antarctic Wrestling Alliance. But more on him at the end of this video. Alright, now that we have the rules in place, let's get started.
Wardlow.
Wardlow has long been considered Vince McMahon's wet dream.
Ew, that's gross!
And even though VKM is now enjoying retired life, it's safe to assume Triple H has similar feeling about this Jack Diamond in the rough. Wardlow reminds us of a Dave Bautista in presence, intensity, and style. And if anyone knows how to book a Batista clone, it's the man who mentored the original. There's no reason to think Wardlow would not be sitting atop the WWE hierarchy with the right guidance.
Jade Cargill.
What Jade Cargill may lack in polished ring skills, she more than makes up for in it factor. Jade is a once-in-a-lifetime genetic freak that WWE would know exactly how to book to accentuate the positives. And don't get us wrong, Jade is improving as a wrestler, but I think some time under the learning tree of Triple H, Shawn Michaels, William Regal, and company would help complete the package. Plus, with the WWE marketing machine behind her, Jade might become a megastar.
Will Hobbs.
Will Hobbs feels like someone who is just scratching the surface when it comes to potential. The man is an exceptional athlete with a strong work ethic, as evidenced by the body transformation he has undergone over the last couple of years. Hobbs could easily come in as the muscle for a smaller heel, much like he did for Ricky Starks, while honing his in-ring and mic skills until he is ready to get the rub from a face turn and climb that ladder of success. Think of a serious version of Big E.
Jamie Hayter.
I don't know why she's named Hayter, because you can't help but love her. Jamie Hayter has become a breakout star in AEW, and we see big things for her in the future there, but we salivate at the thought of the feud she could have with the Four Horsewomen, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, Asuka, and so many more. Plus, she would have that crossover appeal for the European market, much like Paige when she was wrestling full-time.
Hangman Page.
Yeah, he's the anxious millennial cowboy, and possibly not quite ready for the pressure cooker of WWE from a maturity level, but you cannot deny his raw potential and appeal to the fans. Something tells us that if he is away from certain influences in AEW, Elite, who may not have his best interest in mind, that he could quickly catapult himself to a top spot. It all comes down to his willingness to listen and accept coaching. I figure this is a good place to ask, what do you think of the list so far? If you were in agreement, how about hitting that like button to let us know? And tell us in the comments what AEW star you think would dominate in WWE. Alright, let's get back to it.
Ethan Page.
From one page to another, we have always been fans of All Ego from his days as a member of the North and Impact. Of all the talent on this list, this is one that feels like they are being used the worst by AEW. We can easily imagine Paige slipping into the mid-card title scene as that smug, arrogant heel in the vein of a Miz or Austin Theory, or in the tag division with a good partner he can play off of. Either way, Paige feels like a talent that is made for WWE.
Thunder Rosa.
Forgive us if she's no longer part of the AEW roster, but we are so confused about the status of Thunder Rosa we figured we're safe to include her. Any backstage issues aside, you cannot deny that Rosa is an exceptional talent in the ring. She has the fire and appeal that will make her a hot babyface, and the added bonus of being able to grow the Latino market WWE is forever looking to capture. If rumored attitude issues did crop up, WWE has enough control over the roster to make sure they are fixed quickly.
The Acclaimed.
The Acclaimed are an amazing success story for AEW. One of the best booking decisions Tony Khan made was putting this team together, and they've organically gotten over with the crowd. We all know that WWE loves having catchphrases they can trademark, and anyone that can handle the mic will thrive in the land of the promo. So add that on to the in-ring skills that will improve under the tutelage of the WWE coaches, and this might be the pick with the most success of any. Bonus points if they bring Daddy Ass with them too.
Brit Baker.
Brit Baker is a polarizing figure even for AEW fans, but she carried the women's division for most of the first 3 years of AEW's existence. She can talk well, can wrestle decent, has a great look, and a built-in gimmick with a real-life career. Again, Brit would fit in well in the sports entertainment environment, and we can imagine her reunited with Jamie Hayter or forming her own Mean Girls stable with other roster members to dominate one of the brands as a top heel and possible champion.
Ricky Starks.
Starks is an absolute no-brainer. The man is dripping with charisma, and the WWE machine would make him a star. There are thoughts he would be too small, and maybe 15 years ago that would be the case, but we are in a new era where size is not as big an issue. Plus his mic work would have him super over with the fans to a point where he'd be undeniable.
Bonus.
Preston Vance most definitely has the look that WWE covets. We just have not seen enough of him in the ring to include him over any of the other folks we mentioned. But we have a feeling that in the end, he would do very well for himself in the WWE system. Okay, we mentioned MJF earlier, and we firmly believe he needs to jump to WWE at some point. In fact, we've talked about this in a previous video. Click here to check it out.